It's time for the world's fastest growing vehicular combat sport, CarJitsu Championship. Tonight, we will take a look at the history of the CarJitsu Intermediate Championship and celebrate the legacy of its champions. My name is JT Tilley, and this is CarJitsu.
With the next one, we've got John, we've got Vincent. They're ready to go. We're going to do a coin toss. Vincent, can you hold the mic real quick?
Sure.
So I'm going to let you call it in the air. This is heads. This is tails. Go ahead and call it, John.
Tails.
Tails, and it is tails. All right, so you have your choice. Would you like to sit in the passenger seat or the driver's seat?
Driver.
Driver's seat. Okay, go ahead and get there. Check it out. I know you've been in there before. So, Vincent, I know this is the first time that you've done the CarJitsu thing, but tell me a little bit about your background with combat sports.
So I'm a wrestler. I started wrestling freshman year of high school. I've gotten a lot of injuries over the years, but I love competing and I love training, and I always have. And yeah, this is just a fun way to branch out and try something new.
Right on. So did you get injuries in wrestling? Is that what you were telling me earlier? Yeah.
My first or second ever wrestling practice, I actually broke all four of my front teeth out. And then broke them out again a couple years later.
You didn't tell me that. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's. I've had a lot of injuries. I have 2 fractured vertebrae in my lower back, and I've torn both my knees and a bunch of other smaller stuff. But I still love training and I can't stop. So
that tells you a little bit about the sport of wrestling, right? Because now you're doing MMA and you're saying that that's actually better. You can do it better.
Way easier. It's less cardio. It's less intense. Wow. You can take your time on the feet. I mean, getting punched is nowhere near as bad as being exhausted. I mean, cardio makes cowards of everybody. So,
That's right.
Yeah, I love where I'm at though, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, well now it brings us to the CarJitsu. Have you ever practiced in a car or anything?
I've never practiced. I couldn't find any instructional videos on CarJitsu.
Pretty new.
It's pretty new, so maybe I'll be the first to make an instructional. But yeah, I'm really excited to try it out.
Yeah, you just wanting to jump in there without trying it out. You can give it a go.
I didn't warm up. I'm just cold as it gets, and I'm ready to go in.
All right. Well, good luck, brother.
Thank you.
All right. John. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good. So John is one of our old school veterans, the old guard representing here. And in fact, you were going to compete in our last card, but I don't remember what happened. You didn't end up coming?
We had a conflicting schedule. I was doing another card in Kansas City, so I wasn't able to make it out here for the CarJitsu.
So it was a jiu-jitsu?
Yes, it was a jiu-jitsu card.
Right on. So you're staying active. Very good.
Yeah, always. I'm always trying to compete.
Okay. Anything new to report?
No, I'm just here to win, show what I got.
Well, let's find out and get in there. Good luck to you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Here we go.
All right, Mark the Hammer Coleman here with JT Tilley, creative director at Pro League Network, and we're very excited for this second matchup. We've got ourselves a D1 wrestler here in Vincent Bryan, and of course an experienced CarJitsu practitioner in Jonathan Chambers. And we're off. A slow start, Mark.
Yep.
And it looks like Vincent Bryan's just going to go ahead and slide on over and take the back.
Got that neck. He's
just going to go ahead and win the round with a neck crank. And that's a wrap on Jonathan Chambers in round 1.
I thought we was going to have a good one here. We'll see. Round 2. Got to be quicker out of that box, man.
I'm not sure what's happening here. Here we go. All right. What do you see here, Mark?
Vincent Bryan getting that all-important top position. Going for that guillotine again. He's got it tight.
He's coming in deep here. He's kind of step over into mount.
This one's over, looks like.
Jonathan Chambers is looking for a desperate guillotine, but this is just not the way he needed to start this match, Mark.
Jeez.
Wow. Vincent Bryan, very, very aggressive. He's going to go ahead and
hard, though.
Reach over here and grab this shoulder strap. He's going to wrap it around the throat. Okay, and now Jonathan Chambers is in a bad situation, and it's getting worse quickly. Vincent is the stronger competitor. He's got a larger frame. He's in a hugely, hugely dominant position here, and we've got a lot of time left in the round, Mark. So this may be the end of the match.
First time in the car, but it looks like he knows what he's doing.
Jonathan Chambers, he got the jump on John, and John has not been in this car. He's not been in this match the entire time. It's all defense for John Chambers. Can he survive? More importantly, he needs the tap to get to the third round. So this is a tough situation. The pressure's on. John Chambers needs to get out from the bottom and start attacking. He's in a bad spot, and he's absolutely getting smashed against the door, and that's going to be the tap right there. Wow. I'll tell you what, Mark, what do you think about Vincent Bryan?
I like him. He looked like he knows what he's doing in there.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I've just been informed that that's the first round. We reset, and that's going to be the first round. That's going to be a submission for Vincent Bryan. He wins round 1, and now round 2 will begin.
Show some urgency. Get
right
out of
now.
That seat quicker.
All right, and we're off. Another slow start. This time Vincent Bryan gets caught, still wrapped up in the shoulder strap, and it looks like Jonathan Chambers has gotten himself in a lucky position here. But anytime you give that much space to a D1 wrestler, you're in a bad spot. So he's going to have to close the distance here and get this man on his back as quickly as possible if he wants to win round 2. Vincent Bryan, he's scrambled into a bad situation here. Wow. Jonathan Chambers, everything he's got just to keep this fight in the driver's seat. He needs the submission to force the third round. These are two big boys inside the car. Vincent Bryan wants to sign.
Overpowered him right there. Ran him right to his back.
Vincent Bryan wants to be part of CarJitsu Championship. He told me he wants the contract, and he's going to come in here aggressively. But right now he's in a bad, bad spot.
2 minutes.
Both of these competitors are trying to take it into the back seat. Neither one of them wants to be on bottom, Mark.
They're both doing a good job of that. A lot of hand fighting here.
A lot. Okay, now we got a bad situation. He left his chin up just long enough to get stuck in that guillotine. Okay. And he peels it out. Jonathan Chambers in the fight of his life. He needs this round as heavy as he can be.
Breathing hard here. It's
He's smashing
hot in that car.
It is smashing Vincent Bryan into the driver's seat again, but this is definitely not going to finish him. He's going to need to pull the shoulder strap into play. Oh, and now he's on his back getting smashed. He's going to retreat out the window. It's 84 degrees inside the car right now. Very, very hot.
Pull him back in. Keep him in the car.
Vincent Bryan, 3-0 in amateur MMA, getting ready for his first title fight, Mark.
Nice. I like that.
He loves to grapple, wrestling and jiu-jitsu, wrestling most of his life. He's going to pull John in. He wants a finish. It's not enough for him to just stall and win on points. He wants 2 submissions, and he wants this contract. Vincent Bryan pushing the head down. He's going to fold this guy in half and try to get this guillotine.
John's doing a much better round of defending this round.
Yeah, John's really, really scrappy. He's been inside the car 5 or 6 times. He was a top contender recently for the title. But it looks like he's going to lose this match on points, Mark. It's going to be 1 round to naught. And Vincent Bryan just might be a new star here at CarJitsu Championship. He's going to slide that knee over, and he wants to finish this guy, but there's not much time left. Jonathan Chambers.
Both guys giving it all, getting tired here. I like this match.
Trying so hard to make some distance here, but Vincent Bryan is all over this kid. And that's going to be it, Mark. It looks like we've got a winner here. Vincent Bryan with a submission in round 1.
Lots of potential with Vincent.
And we're going to go down to the car. All right, I'm very excited about tonight's third match. Jack Huitt, a 6'6" purple belt, comes highly touted. And, of course, Vincent Bryan, I know him well. This is going to be a match. All right, Jack, surprisingly, out of the seatbelt first. And he's got his massive frame all the way over into the driver's seat. And Vincent Bryan is in an adverse position. Just spent a week with Vincent Bryan in Los Angeles, testing one of these new creations I've got called Coffin Wars. PLN hosted a four-man tournament at the Kai Cenat Mansion, and Vincent Bryan was the winner of that tournament. Coffin Wars, another sport coming soon from PLN. Now you can see right now, already Vincent Bryan is attacking the left arm of Jack Huitt. Now Jack's got to keep that left arm inside. He can grab his pants for assistance, his own pants, but he cannot grab his rash guard. So as long as he can keep that arm tucked in. Oh, and it's now out. This is a bad situation. Vincent's going to wrap that back up and probably finish the match with it. Okay, he's let it go. Oh, no, he's got it. It's a bad situation for Jack, but Jack's a good grappler. He's gamey, and he's probably going to have no problem defending that. He'll just use the roof of the car. It's a difficult thing here when you're used to competing on a flat surface. Inside the car, there are many, many variables that you may not think about when preparing for your debut. A good look at the hair of Jack Huitt. One of the best kept secrets was the hair. During the interviews, he had it tucked away. But tonight, during the match, it's on full display. Beautiful, beautiful silky hair. As you look at the hair, look down around the neck, and you'll see that Vincent Bryan is trying to kill him in the front seat. And he's in a bad spot here. You've got a Division I wrestler. Oh, and he's out. Vincent Bryan lets go of the choke. He's now let go of two submissions. He was in a dominant position twice, and now he's being smashed into the driver's side door. Jack Huitt, fantastic guy, great interview, but also a massive, massive grappler. His 6'6" frame is a skilled frame, and if he can use it effectively in the car, he could be a problem at CarJitsu. Okay, Vincent Bryan's trying a little bit of a strange attack here. He's trying to sort of change body position to move that seatbelt across the carotid of Jack. Now, Jack's got wrist control, and on the far side, it looks like he's got the seatbelt looking to attack. He's going to pass that seatbelt over to the left hand. And with 30 seconds left in the first round, Vincent Bryan's going to go ahead and attack that left arm again. And that's probably how we're going to end the first round, with no submission. Both of these gentlemen are very active in competition. Okay, now that left arm is in jeopardy here. But there's a lot of shoulder pressure here from Jack. And that's going to be the end of round one. No submission, so no winner. A little bit of respect between competitors, and now they're immediately going to switch seats for round two. No break.
Yeah, just pull it up best you can where it pops.
This Toyota Scion is taking a beating. All season we've used this Scion, and we've had to continually reinforce the seat, and it looks like the driver's side headrest is probably a goner. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen's going to take a look at it here, make sure it's safe, and then we'll continue the match. Good look at the face of Vincent Bryan. Very intense competitor. He's competed for PLN in Guerrilla Games, Coffin Wars, and he's now 1-0 with CarJitsu, hoping to become 2-0 tonight.
Going into the second, no subs.
Second 3-minute round. Again, I'd like to point out the beautiful hair of Jack Huitt. And we're off. Immediately into dogfight position. And this time it's Jack that's going to attack the rear side arm. And Vincent's just going to go ahead and pressure him the same way he was being pressured in round one. Vincent Bryan, strong grappler. He's a wrestler, jiu-jitsu practitioner, and fighter, so he does have all of the components that it takes to become a champion at CarJitsu Championship. He competed against our current champion, Zach Moore, last week in Los Angeles, defeated him at Coffin Wars, but it was a beautiful battle, and if you get a chance to see it, please check it out. It's on all of the Pro League Network social media. But in the meantime, we've got a little bit of a boring scrap here. Both of these guys jerking on each other's arms, and it looks like Vincent Bryan still looking at that left arm.
Pause, guys. Time. Head rest.
Oh, and the officials have paused the action here. And it looks like the pressure of Vincent Bryan has snapped the metal from the headrest behind the driver's seat. So these guys are going to take a little break here while we make sure there's a safe fighting environment. And when in doubt, duct tape. Good shot of the action from that second round. You can see here that the pressure of these two grapplers has completely destroyed the front seat, and you can see there was no choice but to stop the round at the 2-minute and 4-second mark. Now that we're safe, let's go. A little bit of a headbutt there from Vincent Bryan. And now we're in a situation where Vincent is now just shoving his crotch into the face of Jack Huitt. Jack's now going to shove his face back into the crotch. Interesting attack. I tell you what, the long arms of Jack Huitt he's really resilient. He's got great defense. Usually longer guys like that have a difficult time in confined spaces. But Jack Huitt, oh no, Jack's in a bad spot. Wow. Vincent Bryan, one of the most creative grapplers we've seen in the car, putting his foot up on the dash for leverage. And Jack's going to escape here. Jiu-Jitsu's a game of inches at any moment here. Vincent Bryan could finish this choke, but he could also attack that left arm. It's just wide open, and he opts to go for the left arm, and he accidentally puts Jack Huitt in a dominant position. And now, and he's taken the back of Huitt outside of the car. And of course, Hewitt's going to reach down with his massive arms and touch the mat outside and force the reset. A lot of gamesmanship in this match, and a lot of hair. Previously at CarJitsu Championship, it was Vincent Bryan who had the best hair. Jack Huitt is all over his ass in the hair department. And the dogfight continues. There's 1 minute left in round 2. One of these two gentlemen needs to submit the other, or we will go to a third round in the back seat. Hewitt's looking to secure a Darce choke here, and he's been foibled. I tell you, the top pressure of Vincent Bryan is immense. It's incredible. But Jack's got a great defense. He's got long enough arms that he can still threaten. Oh my gosh! And now Vincent Bryan's got his feet on the opposite side of the car. He's now transitioned him to the passenger seat, but he's using pressure against the head of Jack Huitt. We've seen this before. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen, competed last week in Los Angeles and submitted his opponent with a forehead to the temple. And it looks like Bryan was going for that same submission, but he's going to fail. And that's going to be the end of regulation.
We're going to the back seat.
And as you can hear, Kyron Bowen, our lead official, is commanding both of these competitors into the back seat. And there will be no seatbelt used here in the back seat. They will start free and clear. This will be a 3-minute round. If there is no submission, then we will immediately go to sudden death, and the first point scored will be the winner. It is nearing 90 degrees in the car. The back seat has no ventilation. It's absolutely miserable, and you can probably see that by the hair of Jack Huitt. And this is it. This is for all the marbles. Both competitors trying to get bottom position. Jack dives at the legs of Vincent Bryan, and of course, Vincent, unable to sprawl in the back seat, is going to have to get creative with his takedown defense. Jack's got both legs trying to pinch the knees together, and Vincent's just going to hug him over the top here and use the top of the car to defend. Very impressive debut from Jack Huitt. definitely going to invite him back to CarJitsu Championship regardless of this fight. But he is in the fight, and if he can get top position here, he's going to have a clear advantage in round 3. Getting top position on Vincent Bryan is easier said than done. Vincent Bryan, strong man. And probably pretty upset about the hair. All right, Vincent's going to take the back here. And this is wrestling versus jiu-jitsu, but he's going to try to finish with a rear naked choke, and he does it. Now, Jack tapped awful quickly. That's probably due to the fact that both of these gentlemen are physically exhausted, and it is miserably hot inside the car.
We got another match of winners. In fact, we got 2 undefeated competitors. We got Steve Minsky, Vincent Bryan. This is going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to it. Minsky, I'm going to have you hold the microphone.
Absolutely.
And Vincent, I want you to call it in the air. Heads, tails. Go ahead.
Heads. Heads,
and it is tails. So, Steve, you get your choice. Where would you like to sit first?
Take the driver.
Driver's seat
Yes,
again.
sir.
All right, we'll go in there. Let's give you time to check out that seat, make sure it's working correctly. Okay. All right, Vincent. So obviously you haven't lost, and you've looked pretty dominant in your matches. But Steve's undefeated as well. So tell me how you feeling about this one. Did you watch any of his matches?
I saw one of his matches, but I have tunnel vision. I really think that I'm going to be the champ, and I have nothing but respect for my opponent, but I just can't see myself losing.
Right on. So has that carried over from the other sports like wrestling and MMA, and that's what has helped you develop that mindset?
It definitely has. I was undefeated my last 2 years of wrestling, and I just got used to that. But I compete with people that do beat me in the training room, so I'm used to losing, but I really hate it. So I think this will be a good match, and I'm just excited to get in there.
Right on, right on. So tell me this. I mean, it seems like you're pretty focused. Are you the type of guy that if you're getting subbed, are you just going to pass out, or are you going to tap?
I'll pass out. I mean, if my arm's about to break, that's one thing. But I think I have a good read on my body if I'm and what I can take. So, and yeah, if he gets the seatbelt around my neck, I'll let him
but
choke me out.
Before I commit you to doing that, just know this is a double elimination tournament, right? So it's not all is lost. So if you do get an L, you're still in it. So I'm just right, because if you get choked out,
I don't plan on losing.
Okay, right, right on, man. Well, that's the attitude to have. Get in there and good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Steve. All right, so Steve, that car, I don't remember if we really addressed that, but in your last match, tell me what happened. Not this one earlier, but your match, was it against Cardio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened with the seat?
Well, I went to get in because I picked driver's seat, and sure enough, seat wouldn't move. And then this yesterday.
And why is that more of an issue for you and maybe Mike in that situation?
Well, he's a big dude, and when you got someone like that coming at you like a bull, I need to get out that seat quick. And if I'm pushed up against the dash, that kind of eliminates my movement and being able to get out of my seat.
So your plan was to move the seat back. It did move back. And so then you were, again, had that same strategy earlier in your first match, right?
Yep.
And what happened?
Sure enough, I go check out that seat, and that seat is basically just stuck again, and I got in another bad position. So I was just like, okay, we got to make it work. Well, so we make it happens.
Yes, I mean you overcame it, no problem. But you did get in there and you fixed it for us, right?
Yes, sir.
You want to tell us how you did that?
Well, There's a little here and there fixed. Put it in and it fixes it.
Okay.
Might have to sabotage the next one for the other guy.
Okay, but you checked it out. It's working now again?
Absolutely.
Because you told me after you fix it, it might not last for too many matches, right?
Nope, it's going to come back undone soon.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe it'll be this match, but hopefully not. Thank you for fixing it for us. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get there. Let's do it.
Very excited about this match. Steven Minsky behind the steering wheel, rather. Vincent Bryan in the passenger seat. This is a classic battle of brawler versus wrestler. And we're off. Okay, Minsky reaches across to grab the shoulder strap. This is a move we've seen a lot of folks use, but it looks like Bryan was ready. Bryan feels pretty comfortable shoulder to shoulder here, but he doesn't want to give his back to Minsky, so he's going to go ahead and take it out the passenger side window. Okay, Minsky's going to go ahead and... I think he's going to... Minsky has a proficiency in the back seat. It's easy for me to say. He gets in the back seat. He likes to put the seatbelt around the neck or around the legs and just sort of squeeze. I don't know that that's going to work with Vincent Bryan. But if I were Bryan, I might go ahead and lay that seat down now and just eliminate this altogether. Bryan just hit his chin on the top of the car there. I don't know how much of a factor that is, but definitely would end the match for a lot of people. All right, he's going to lock up the left arm, try to get the Kimura, and it looks like he's got that seat belt right up in between his U-nose. And so he's kind of controlled here by Minsky. And I don't know if it's wrapped around or just kind of flossing, but it looks like he's really controlling him with that uteral seatbelt choke. And now we've got like a hand fight. This looks like something I'd see on World Star. I wish they'd use some jiu-jitsu. Okay, here we go. Vincent Bryan is going to... Okay, Minsky reaches down, touches the ground, and forces the reset. And then you can look here at the seatbelt. You can see how this seatbelt is wrapped all around the hips and groin and legs and ankles of Vincent Bryan. And good work by Minsky, but you're going to have to get the finish when you're in such a dominant position here. This telltale sign here. Vincent Bryan looks very fresh. Steven Minsky taking his sweet time with that seatbelt. And here we go. He's going to use the same tactic. Vincent's going to use the same exact escape, and so we're in the same position, only this time I would imagine Minsky's going to go for mount. And back out the window we go. This is the CarJitsu Grand Prix double elimination single night invitational tournament. And these guys may have another 4 or 5 fights yet today in this tournament. So running out the window and hand fighting outside and using your abs to stay elevated, this is not the smartest strategy for a tournament. Okay, Minsky's in trouble here. Bryan is really reaching for that right arm, that left arm rather. He wants that left arm, and he can see that it's susceptible. But it looks like these guys are probably facing a reset very soon. Okay, we got some Spider-Man shit going on here. Vincent Bryan, he's going to jump in here and try to finish this first round. He needs the submission. Oh, and Minsky reaches out with his right foot, touches the ball of his foot ever so gently to the concrete, and we're back in starting position. For those of you that didn't see it, it was Vincent Bryan wrapped the seatbelt around the back of Steven Minsky's head, used it for leverage while he tiptoed around the outside of the car. That's some Peter Pan type stuff. And look at Minsky. He's a gamer. He's taking every extra second he can to breathe. Okay, Minsky's going to use that same strategy again, and this time he's going to use it all the way to mount, and back out the window we go. Folks, what you're seeing here, this is what a murder looks like in progress. No one to help. Just two men in a car, mano a mano, until someone is put to sleep, and that's going to be the end of the first round. For those of you who train jiu-jitsu, CarJitsu Championship is the future. It's real. You can see where there's real-world application here. For those of you who don't train jiu-jitsu, it's probably becoming pretty obvious to you how susceptible you are to all of these middle-aged white dudes. All right, we're going to get Minsky back in. He's going to take his time again. Look at him sucking wind. Mouthpiece hanging out. He's going to pretend like he's got to pull his pants up here. He's got an extra couple of little moves. He's just really breathing. This dude is exhausted. But he will still fight. He's got 15 or 20 cage fights. This is his third time at CarJitsu. We're going to watch him go out on his shield or pull off something great. Same strategy from the other side. This time Vincent Bryan's going to use the seatbelt as a shield. Steven Minsky honking the horn with his tramp stamp. And he doesn't care if that bothers us at all. He's just going to sit right here and give up this Kimura. Okay, Vincent Bryan doesn't like the horn at all. He is far less horny than Minsky. And here we go over into the passenger side, and I'll bet we're going to go right back out the window in one of the most strategic yet boring fights of the tournament so far. Minsky's got a little bit of good fortune here. He's got the driver's side shoulder strap. Now something's happening with the passenger side shoulder strap. It's now extended and laying outside of the car. We have 2 minutes left. Inside the car, 87 degrees. There's no relief. There's no breeze. The only relief is out the window, and that's where Vincent Bryan has spent most of the match. He's working for something. I'm not sure what he's working for, but he's concentrating an awful lot on the neck here, the throat of Minsky. He's huddled over. It's hard to see. Looks like the shoulder strap is in play. It looks like Minsky's in a bad spot down there, but it's very difficult. Steven Minsky is hard to kill, and he pops out. Now Minsky's on top. And Minsky's going to come out. Look at the pores on Steven Minsky's face. This just the skin care this guy must subject himself to. Most of his camp must be hair and makeup. All right, now you can see Steven Minsky now a little bit worse for wear. This is a pretty grueling pace. Fantastic fight. Wonderful CarJitsu match. But the pace is incredible. Vincent Bryan sucking wind here. Steven Minsky still not over to the passenger side. And here you have two wonderful, fantastic athletes, super competitive dudes, and right now each one of them is doing everything they can to take every extra breath.
My bad.
Okay, looks like Vincent Bryan just broke the seat, and Steven Minsky, who works on cars for a living, is letting them know what tools they'll need later to fix the seat.
Somebody cut their foot on that right there.
All right, something crazy going on with the car here. We're going to have a little bit of a repair, and I'm not really sure what's happened, but it looked like Vincent Bryan was about to get in, and the seat maybe came off of its track, something to that effect. Okay, I think they're going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to take a break now, and when we return, the rest of our second semifinal matchup. All right, and we're back. 1 minute left in round two. Vincent Bryan versus Steven Minsky. The semifinal of the winner's bracket. CarJitsu Grand Prix. 1 minute left. It's anybody's match. Whoever pulls a submission in this round will win the match. If no one submits, we will go to the third round in the back seat. Right now, Steven Minsky's looking good. He's attacking for the first time in the match. And he's in a very favorable position here. He's almost got mount on Vince Bryant. Almost. Oh, okay, now Vince is out, and inevitably Vince is going to probably open the door here and force a restart because he's in a bad spot. Oh, no, Vince is going to take that arm. Okay, Vince is a little horny here. And here we go. Now Vince is going to slide through here, try to get to the back of Steven Minsky, and Steven senses that and retreats. And now we're back to hand fighting in the front seat. And that's going to be round 2. So we're going to move to the third round. And these two gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, these two gentlemen will be in the back seat. They won't be buckled in. This is going to be a 3-minute round. And if there is no submission at the end of this round, then the first point scored under IBJJF rules will win the match. Now, this has been a grueling 6.5 minutes so far, and all of the rest of the Grand Prix competitors are just a few feet away watching, and they're very happy that our number 1 seed is having a 9 or 10 minute battle here. All right, now this car has taken a beating, but this 2017 Toyota Scion is holding up, folks. And here we go. This time it's Vincent Bryan, immediately shoots to the back, and he's going to wrap up that left arm. Now what you're going to count on here is this is going to be an all-out battle for who will be on top. When we're in the back seat at CarJitsu, there is no ventilation and there is no space. And it looks like Vince Bryan is just going to go ahead and use sheer strength, and he's going to cuckold Steven Minsky down into the corner here. And now Steven is probably going to have to worry about getting his hair messed up, and that's going to be very upsetting to him. So he's going to explode here and try to get on top. All right, now Vince is going to use his knee as a shield here, try to smash Minsky into the quarter panel. Now, I probably would take that seat and push that seat forward if I were Minsky. There's a lot of room available there if he just reaches through and risks that right arm for just a moment. Vince Bryan working hard. He's on top momentarily, it seems. Working hard to pull that seat belt. That safety lock is difficult for these guys. You got to pull very slowly. If you pull it quickly, it locks. And I think that's what's happening here with Vince. And he's now got it. Now Minsky's going to try for the restart. Reset. And he gets it. All right, Steven Minsky found himself in the weeds. We've got 1:40 left in the third round, and either one of these men can win the match and move to the final with a submission. All right, this time Minsky's on top. And you can hear the car cracking and popping. I'm assuming it's the car. All right, we're going to do a bulldog choke here. Steven Minsky's making his way back to the front. And some of his titty meat is on the horn now. Steven Minsky is absolutely exhausted. He just made some of these throw-up noises that you make. I heard him do that as we come into the front. All right, we've got a good position. Reset. Oh, I tell you, that shows you what a gamer Steven Minsky is, because he was almost finished. That rear naked choke was happening. He's going to slide over and touch the mat. And it looks like Minsky may be withdrawing. No, he's going to take the long way to the other side of the car. Keep in mind, in 3 seconds, he could have been in the back seat, but he's going to take this extra 12 seconds to breathe. This is how diabolical Steven Minsky is. This looks like a very awkward Tinder date, or one that went well. And we're off. Forearm to the face. Steve Minsky's going to get dirty here. He's going to do whatever he can to win the match. Vincent Bryan's got wrist control on the front side, and he's using shoulder pressure to the head. His goal here is to push Minsky into the quarter panel of that car and ride it out for 40 seconds. When we get to the end of the third round at CarJitsu Championship, we immediately go into sudden death, and that's where Vince Bryan is going to just immediately look for Neon Belly or Mount score a point and win the match. Admittedly, this is a match that many of us here at Pro League Network have been waiting for. This very easily could have been the final of the Grand Prix tournament, but instead, it happens for us here in the semifinals. Now, I think Steven is running out of gas, and this is a very difficult situation for a guy to be in when we're in a single night tournament. Oh, and the tap happens. Wow. Vincent Bryan. Wow. Pulls off the tap due to a neck crank with 2 seconds left in the match. And that's another submission for the 4-0 Vincent Bryan. Vincent Bryan, D1 wrestler and now CarJitsu practitioner. He's going to go to battle with the veteran Jonathan Chambers, and one of these two men will move to the final and fight for a chance to become the top contender. Jonathan Chambers, first out, immediately goes for the shoulder strap. Vincent Bryan claws his way out, and now here we go in classic Jonathan Chambers style. We're going to go out the passenger side window. Oh, and it looks like he's pulled out some crazy stuff here. Vincent Bryan is being, is it an arm bar? It can't be a wrist lock. No wrist locks at CarJitsu. Vincent doesn't have a lot of room to adjust, but he does find a way to pull the legs and get Jonathan off balance and force him to post. But that was a pretty cool little moment there. I hate that John didn't get the submission, but with no wrist locks allowed, it was going to be difficult. Now Chambers is always sitting on the side of the door and protecting his upper body. There are no leg locks allowed at CarJitsu, so Vincent Bryan is in an aggressive attempt here to pull him down, and you must rest assured that Jonathan Chambers is doing this by design. He's trying to make Vincent a tired competitor so that he can go in there and pick him apart. Now, Vincent is a tough guy. He's not a guy that you can strategize against easily, but he is relatively new at CarJitsu in comparison to Chambers. Now, Chambers wants that right arm. He wants to go ahead and fall all the way out of the car and fully extend it, but Bryan's not going to let that happen. Now, if I'm Vincent Bryan at this point, I think I just go sit back in the driver's side seat and wait for him to come back in and fight. Because John Chambers he's a track star. Now, because there's a sunroof, it's difficult from this camera angle, but because there's a sunroof, Chambers can see inside the car. As you can see here, he can see inside the car, and he knows exactly what he's attacking. It is difficult for Vincent Bryan to see Chambers, however. 91 degrees in the car. And now we're getting to a level. This car has seen 10, 12 matches today. It's absolutely boiling, piping in this dude. Now you can see here, Vincent Bryan just kind of playing cat and mouse here. I don't know what he's going for, but he's looking for, okay, yeah, he's just going to go ahead and force the match to come back into the car. It looked like he was playing cat and mouse and looking for one of those arms to come in just a little too deep.
30 seconds.
All right, no one is winning this match if no one can get a submission. So we get to the end of round one and there is no sub. That means there is no clear winner. And it looks like that's what's going to happen here. Now, Jonathan Chambers trying a head and arm choke, but he doesn't have it fully realized. That's the rule at Slap Fight Championship. If you fall out of the car, it's a reset unless you have an active submission. And Jonathan Chambers' argument there was that he had a head and arm choke, but he did not have the arm across, so it was just an attempt. And we're off. This time, Jonathan Chambers successfully dismounts and uses his head to get top position. But that's the end of the first round, and there is no winner. Good action from Vincent Bryan and Jonathan Chambers. No winner, so we're just going to switch seats here and begin the match again in round two. Now, at CarJitsu Championship, there is no break between rounds, so that round will begin right now. All right, here we go. It's the same song again, only this time Vincent Bryan is fending off the seatbelt attack. Jonathan Chambers, with everything he's got, he knows that this is the most difficult fight for him in the tournament. And look at Vince. Wow. Vince was willing to go out on his shield, and he taps at the last second, and Jonathan Chambers defeats Vincent Bryan and moves to the finals of the CarJitsu Championship Grand Prix. Unbelievable.
All right, Vincent. Now, I know, were very disappointed in that last loss because you were focused and you didn't just anticipate any loss, did you?
No, I definitely underestimated him. I I don't like losing, but I mean, it is what it is, and I wasn't prepared, and that's what happens. So
Now, are you going to be able to push that aside and jump in there and compete with a good mindset?
yeah, I mean, no matter what happens, I'm going to compete like I always do. It's, win or lose. It's the same. Nothing's changed.
Right on, man. Well, you had a little bit of a break compared to Steve. Are you feeling energized?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. Cardio-wise, I'm just ready to compete, ready to get back in there.
Well, it's time. It's time, brother. All right, let's go.
All right, friendly friends, this is the final of the losers bracket. That means these are the two non-winners, and they have fought their way back through the losers bracket, and the winner of this match will face Jonathan Chambers in the finals of the CarJitsu Grand Prix. Let's listen in. And we're off, and his signature move, he reaches across, grabs the seatbelt, tries to pull it across the throat of Vincent Bryan, and somehow gets the jump on him. So Vince is again fighting off the seatbelt. Minsky's holding his breath here. That's something he's going to have to work on. He's going to need to breathe. He's going to find himself dead. It's a very fundamental part of breathing. All right, now Vincent Bryan has got his right hand. He's got a death grip. Okay, now he's going to go ahead and hyperextend this knee, or Steve Minsky's going to have to go back to the driver's seat, and I don't blame him. He's got both options here. He can put his feet on the passenger side door, but he's going to accidentally pull himself into a choke, and you can see here Steve's already trying to realize that choke. He's got the wrist and the thumb joint across the throat here. It's okay, though. Bryan's going to get out of that, and Minsky is now safe. Bryan's going to concentrate both of his arms on that choke. Now, Minsky's got some opportunities here. He's looking for a triangle, but he's applying it in a kind of a funky way here. It's not impossible, but it's very unlikely within the front seat of this Toyota Scion. Two very high-level CarJitsu practitioners. Steve and Minsky, very inventive. Vincent Bryan extremely upset at himself for being in the losers bracket to begin with. Steven's got Vincent wrapped up pretty good, and now he just has some opportunities here for about a minute and a half to play with his seatbelt. Vincent has very little chance of escaping just because of his body positioning here, and he's going to honk the horn asking for someone to please come and help him. Now, Vincent does have opportunity to hit an inverted Kimura here. Oh, he's in a bad spot. Oh, he doesn't like this at all. Vincent Bryan, he's got a butt in his face. He might like that. He needs to open the door and force the restart, but he's going to have a difficult time now. He's all wrapped up, and he's being smashed into the floorboard. Steven Minsky's trying to win this match and win this tournament with some meathead tactics, and that'll work. It is CarJitsu Championship, and it is a fight. Steve's going to take a second here and just relax, and Vincent Bryan is struggling to breathe under the tremendous ass of Minsky. Now Minsky's going to go outside and get some air, and Vincent Bryan is now going to pull him back inside and try to finish him. Oh, and we forced a reset.
Who's driving?
A little bit of confusion here about what's happening. Conversation between these two competitors might have just been an attempt to have a little extra break. All right, we've got a restart here. There's 30 seconds left. Only this time, Vincent Bryan is ready for Steven Minsky. Looking up at the clock, making sure he's got some time. He's going to come out the window. And Vincent Bryan now with just a few seconds left is going to just kind of live to fight another day and move to the next round. 10 seconds left in the round. Listen to the breathing of these two competitors. They're exhausted, hot, sweaty, sticky, and a little gamey. Great round, but now we've got to move forward and reset. And these guys are going to battle it out one last round for all the marbles to see who will face Jonathan Chambers and become the top contender at CarJitsu Championship. No clear winner yet, so this round's winner will win the match. If there is no clear winner, we will go to the third round. Steve taking every second he can to catch an extra breath. And it looks like Steve's going to go ahead and get out quickly again, and Vincent's going to find himself on his back again, fighting the seatbelt. And at some point, something's going to stick here. Minsky is really working hard towards this finish. Vincent Bryan is pissed off. He has no idea why he's on bottom in a fight like this, and it's probably because he's not had enough fights inside of a car to hone his skills. Now, that doesn't mean he's necessarily going to fall to these chokes. He could open the door and force the restart, but he's a proud grappler, and he's going to try to earn this. And now we've got Steven Minsky inverted in the car. Vince Bryan is trying to frame out, try to put his feet on the hip bones of Minsky and try to make some space so he can get out of there. And he finally gets the reset. Finally gets the reset, and so these two gentlemen are going to get back in the seats, buckle up, and subject themselves to this again. We got 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in round 2. Absolutely exhausted Steven Minsky, just running on adrenaline. And there we go. This time Vincent Bryan wants to finish quick. He's going to go to the back, and he's pissed off, so he wants the neck crank, and there it is. Vincent Bryan wins the match and will go to the finals, where he will face Jonathan Chambers, and the face of Steven Minsky tells it all. It's a heartbreaking loss for Steven Minsky. All right, Vincent Chambers a little slow out of the seat. Vincent Bryan a little slow out of the seat. Jonathan Chambers, as soon as he faces the adversity, he's going to go right back outside the driver's side window and wait. And here begins the same cat and mouse that we saw in their first match tonight. Now, Vincent Bryan's not going to fall for it this time. He just backs away, takes a seat, and waits for John Chambers to come back into the car. And Chambers immediately sticks his chin out. Oh, excuse me. Accidental foot to the face. It was just meant to be a kickoff there. But this is CarJitsu Championship. These guys stopped grappling, and nobody stopped the action. No kicks allowed, but a foot to the face is fair game. Jonathan Chambers on bottom in the driver's seat. Vincent Bryan trying to grab a hold of one of these arms and wrap him up so he can't force the restart. Vincent's going to steady himself, and he's going to grab the Kimura. Oh, that Kimura was nasty, but he let go of it just as Jonathan Chambers' head hit the mat below. So we're going to restart. And that was a action-packed 1 minute in round 1. Now here we go. It's 2 minutes left in round 1, and these guys are fighting for all the marbles. And here we go. Jonathan Chambers gets out of the seat first. He tries to come across, but stopped at the armrest, and now Vincent Bryan is chasing him out the driver's side window again, and Vincent doesn't want to play the cat and mouse game. So Jonathan Chambers is going to reset, and they're going to buckle up, and we're going to engage again. Now, part of this game on Jonathan Chambers' behalf is to make Vincent Bryan even more tired. He just had 3 matches in a row, tough matches, and Chambers has been recovering and relaxing for the last 45 minutes. So Chambers is fresh, and he's playing a cat and mouse game with Vincent to try to tire him out, most likely. Now, Vincent probably knows this because he's not engaging, but it's a little bit of an issue here when Jonathan Chambers he runs and then chooses his attacks. And you can hear the official, Kyron Bowen, saying, hey, are you going to go for a submission, or are you just going to rest? And so he comes back inside to fight. Chooses a tough position here. He's put himself on his butt, which means he's going to have to retreat again. And there he goes. Vincent Bryan has 1 minute to get a win with round 1. Jonathan Chambers seems content to just let the clock run. And out the window, Jonathan Chambers again. All right, turnabout is fair play, so Vincent Bryan's going to come out and snag this choke. And he's got it. Oh, and there's a reset. My gosh, that was close. Vincent Bryan proving that he's dangerous at any moment, whether he's on top, bottom, or hanging out of your car window. Vincent Bryan took his first loss at CarJitsu tonight, and he is pissed. Jonathan Chambers just having a great time and hoping to go home with a big pile of cash. All right, this time Jonathan Chambers is going to reach across, grab the shoulder strap, and go for the choke. And Vincent Bryan does not want to be on bottom, so here is the power struggle that ensues. Chambers has got that shoulder strap, and he's using it for leverage. Otherwise, he'd be out that seat. He says, no, sir. Vincent Bryan decides to turn the corner here and try to dump him, but Jonathan Chambers is in a steady position because he's got a hold of that shoulder strap. Vincent Bryan doesn't realize this. This put Jonathan Chambers in a very good position. He can headhunt here. And that's the end of round one, and there is no winner. Imagine that. Vincent Bryan, Jonathan Chambers, the top dogs in the 10-man CarJitsu Grand Prix, and now it's all or nothing for 3 minutes to win the tournament and become the top contender. Back home in Jay, Oklahoma, our champion Zach Moore is watching this with bated breath. Zach Moore is not part of the tournament. He's waiting to host the winner in their first title fight. Okay, here we go. It'll be the first title fight for Vincent Bryan if he wins this match. And Jonathan Chambers wants the rematch. He had a title fight. It didn't go well. And as you know, Zach Moore defeated him. So these gentlemen both want the title for different reasons. And again, Zach Moore watching at home with bated breath, hoping for Vincent Bryan. All right, so Jonathan Chambers trying to escape. Okay, he's going to go ahead and pull his neck out, and it's interesting for him to be the mouse in this cat and mouse game. He's going to try to pull Vincent Bryan in, but Vincent Bryan doesn't mind coming in. So now we find ourselves face to face in the driver's seat of this Toyota Scion. 93 degrees inside the car. It's miserable, it's hot, and there's no room to fight. Too much cake on Jonathan. Okay, you can see Vincent Bryan has found himself in a horrible position here. Jonathan Chambers has snuck the seatbelt around the throat, and now Vincent Bryan is in the process of escaping an assault. This is bad. Vincent Bryan has 2 minutes and 22 seconds, and if he cannot hold on, this match will be over, and Jonathan Chambers will fight for the CarJitsu World Championship. Oh my gosh, Jonathan Chambers is now he's torquing his body. He's going in a counterclockwise motion with his feet on the opposite door. And now Vincent Bryan locks up the head and shirks. Wow! Vincent Bryan is now out of the seatbelt completely, and he's underneath Jonathan Chambers. Jonathan Chambers with way too much cake for this match. He's finding himself stuck and wedged in places that he wouldn't have been at welterweight. Now Vincent Bryan on bottom. He's going to use the seatbelt here to try to push himself over into a part of the car where there's some room to extend. He'd like to get this arm out the window, but it's not going to happen. And now we're back to the drawing board. The most exhausting CarJitsu tournament in the history of the sport is happening right now, and the tournament final is no disappointment. There it is. There it is. He's got the arm bar. He's trying to extend it. Vincent Bryan with everything he's got, but Jonathan Chambers survives. Jonathan Chambers sneaky with the seatbelt. Jonathan Chambers trying to pull something off here and avoid that back seat. And at CarJitsu Championship, if there is no clear winner after 2 rounds, we have a 3-minute, third-minute round in the back seat. So no clear winner here unless this Kimura can happen And I think that's probably not going to happen. I look forward to us going into the back seat. There will be no break. The competitor's body positioning says it all. You've got two absolutely exhausted men. Jonathan Chambers, this is his 4th fight of the tournament. Vincent Bryan, this is his 6th.
Can you slide this one up a bit? What is it?
Vincent Bryan's asking the cameraman to slide the seat forward for him here.
Just a little bit. That's fine. Okay, good.
And you can, by that camera angle there, you can just see how miserable it is inside the car. It's in the 90s. Jonathan Chambers had a little bit of a cheated body position there, but I don't think anyone minded. Vincent Bryan gets the upper hand, and he's going to choke him right here and win this fight. Jonathan Chambers gets his arm in. Oh, now that's remarkable. Jonathan Chambers may get out, but this is really tough. He wants the reset. He can't breathe. Right now, Vince is going to try to wrap him up with his legs, and all he needs to do is pop his head off, and Vince is the Grand Prix champion. Jonathan Chambers, there's not much he can do. He wants out of the car. He needs the reset, and he gets it. Holy smokes, Jonathan Chambers barely escaping the loss of the tournament. Oh my gosh. Now, we've seen this time and time again with Vincent Bryan. He can turn it on in a moment's notice and finish, and he's going to do that right now. Jonathan Chambers, be careful, that neck is up, and here's Vincent with that front headlock again. Chambers knows how important it is to get an arm in there, and so he does. But it's also important to keep in mind that at the end of the 3rd round, if there is still no submission, the first point scored in sudden death will win the match. Both of these guys need to work toward being on top in round 3, so they have that option. Oh my gosh, we've got Vincent Bryan here with he's going to put it all in. He's going to go to his back, which is a horrible, now he's going to try to transition to the back. When you're in the car, you must have absolute confidence in your submission before going to your back. It's the death, it's the kiss of death. This is one of the best fights we've seen in the tournament, and it's the final. It's for all the marbles, and neither one of these gentlemen want to come this far and go home empty-handed. Vincent Bryan was the favorite. Jonathan Chambers also heavily favored. And it's fantastic to see these two in the final. Vincent Bryan's trying to calm his heart rate here and ease into position so he can win this match.
1 minute. 1 minute till sudden death.
The windows in the car are starting to fog up. The competitors are weak. It's hot. They're frustrated. And there is no clear winner. 30 seconds remaining, and if there is no submission, Vincent Bryan finds himself in position to score a point to win the tournament, and it looks like he's sandbagging here. He's just kind of putting himself in place here to pull mount, very similar to what we saw in the last match. He is choking, and he gets the tap. And there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Bryan with the choke in the back seat to win the CarJitsu Grand Prix. That is your CarJitsu Grand Prix champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Bryan.
Minsky? Sir. All right, guys. You know the drill. That is tails. This is heads. Vince, you call it in the air.
Heads.
It is tails. So, Minsky, you have your choice.
I'm driving straight through Dubai.
All right, brother. Check it out. He's going to get in there and look at that car. kind of moved away a little bit and got yourself a new gym, but obviously you're the champ, so we had to keep bringing you back. Where are you at now?
I'm at Factory X in Denver, Colorado.
How's that going?
It's amazing. I'm training under Mark Montoya, and it's a fantastic gym. A lot of UFC legends coming out of there. So
You get to train with those guys?
yeah, I train with them every day. So my talent has just continued to grow, and hopefully it keeps going.
Well, you are already the champion, so it's a little dangerous, but that's good to hear, brother. All right.
Always room for improvement.
Yes. Check it out, Minsky. All right, man. What'd you think? I know that you've not really been a fan of the smaller cars.
Yeah, no, I'm a little vertically challenged sometimes in these compact vehicles, so we're going to see a little difference here.
You like the space in there.
There's a lot more for me.
That's an advantage.
Absolutely.
You're going to take advantage of that advantage.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Oh, the boogeyman's here.
All right, brother. Go in there and get some.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's round one of Stephen Minsky versus Vincent Bryan. Now, again, Vincent Bryan,
Buckle up.
he's the interim world middleweight CarJitsu champion. Stephen Minsky is a top contender.
Show your hands. Hands down. Hunter!
And we're off. And right away, Stephen Minsky attempts to block the seatbelt escape to Vincent Bryan, but Vincent Bryan just goes right out the passenger side window, and he's trying to take the left arm of Stephen Minsky with him. And it looks to be he wants to finish quickly with something high percentage like this, and Minsky's just not going to have that. Minsky's now all the way in the passenger seat with Vincent Bryan. There's a lot of pressure here. Now, keep in mind, at any point, that door could open. And if that door opens and either fighter falls to the floor, we restart. Each competitor has one door open per round if they need to make a little bit of room to work. Now, right now, it looks like they're both content to leave the door closed. Minsky chasing Bryan as far out the window as he can, looking for a head and arm choke. Now he's looking to just make some pressure. He wants the right arm of Bryan, but it doesn't look like there's enough leverage here to do much. Now, Vincent Bryan can now reach down and touch the mat if he wants to restart the round, or he can exhaust his tiny legs, and there you can see them by just balancing 400 pounds on the legs. And it looks like he's trying to get out here and restart, and that's what'll happen. So lead official Kyron Bowen will restart the round, put these guys back in place, and we'll get back to it. This Nissan Magnite is a beautiful SUV, but the one thing that's very deceptive is how much room they have inside. You can just look here in the front seat. You got both of these guys have enough time to kind of take a deep breath, extend their legs, and relax. They could take a full-on nap if they wanted to. It's a giant SUV in terms of interior space. I think I dated that girl. Here we go. Now he's in mount. Minsky immediately in the passenger seat. He's got the seatbelt around the throat of Vince Bryan, and Vincent Bryan, for the first time, is in trouble. Vincent Bryan is in the hangman's noose. Stephen Minsky's got his back. He's turned this into a rear naked choke, and now Vincent Bryan is fighting the hands. He's got to get out of this choke, or he will go into round two at a deficit. Vincent Bryan, the current world champion, fighting for his life in the passenger seat of this Nissan. And there's a tap. Wow! Stephen Minsky wins the first round by submission, and Vincent Bryan has been choked out in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seats. You're okay. It's a fight. You both fought before.
All right, Stephen Minsky's got a little bit of experience here. He's going to go ahead and do a very dramatic handshake and a little bit of a celebratory thing here. But really what he's doing is catching his breath because there is no break in between the rounds at CarJitsu Championship. Wow, great performance by Stephen Minsky. He gets the submission on the champion. In round two, Vincent Bryan needs a win so he can force this into the third round in the back seat. All right, immediately Stephen Minsky blocks the exit again. But Vincent Bryan strong. He's going to make some space here. He's going to push the head down. These guys now are just in a tit-for-tat situation. All right, Vincent Bryan's locking up the left arm of Minsky. Minsky brings it inside, looking to take the back of Vincent Bryan. Steven Minsky is completely standing up inside this car. 6'1", standing completely up. Great leverage. And Vincent Bryan is just fighting for position at this point. And Vincent Bryan's going to lay the seat down here. Oh, and he taps Steven Minsky out with ceiling pressure. Holy smokes. Wow, I'd like to see the replay of this. He just used his strength to smash his opponent against the ceiling of the automobile until there was no more air. Steven Minsky is visibly winded and affected by that submission. And that's what we have to say here. At CarJitsu Championship, it's not always just grappling skill that come into play here. This can become a fight very quickly. And when Vincent Bryan's back was against the wall, he just smashed his opponent up against the ceiling of the car until he had to tap. Now look how slowly Steven Minsky is getting in the back seat. Again, there are no breaks in between rounds at CarJitsu Championship.
What is it?
And that,
I moved it all the way up.
and that is Steven Minsky catching his breath. He's a wily veteran. He's got 22 matches at CarJitsu.
Hands down. Hajime!
And it's round 3, no seatbelts in round 3. These guys are on even ground, and the winner of this round will progress to the finals. This is a 3-minute round. At the end of the 3 minutes, if there is no clear winner, we will go to sudden death, and the first dominant position will win the match.
That was your one door open.
Okay, Steven Minsky bails out the passenger rear door,
One open.
and so that's his opportunity to restart the match in round 3. And listen to the breathing of these two grapplers.
Show your hands.
Just absolutely exhausted.
Hajime!
All right, both get up quickly. Head to head in the back seat. Vincent Bryan's trying to control the posture of Steven Minsky. Steven, at this point, just looking to get off of his back. And it's a bad situation when you know you only have 3 minutes to work. Minsky, you can see his cardio is failing him. He's getting to a position here where he's almost desperate. He can barely breathe. There's a lot of pressure. Look at the eyes of Steven Minsky. He's just absolutely being swarmed by Vincent Bryan. And that's it. He's tapped out. We've got a verbal tap from Steven Minsky, and Vincent Bryan pulls it out. Vincent Bryan will move to the final round where he will face Leroy Davis.
All right, Vince. Leroy, we're going to do the coin toss. I'm going to let you call it in the air. We've got heads and tails. All right, will you hold this mic? It is tails. It is tails. So, Leroy, you get your choice. Where would you like to start?
Well, just like Minsky, I'm driving.
You think it's going to end the same way?
No.
All right, brother, get in there, check it out. You're obviously the champion, but you have not fought Leroy before. He's very creative. He's a handful in there. He's a former champion. Is there anything that you feel like you need to adjust or even maybe just be aware of for his style and specific skill set?
Even if there were, I wouldn't be saying it in front of him, but I'm confident in my abilities, and I think everyone's going to see that tonight.
So you don't think you need to change too much because you already got the belt and just keep doing what you're doing?
He's the one that's going to have to adjust to me. I'm the champ. I'm going to show y'all why.
All right, brother. Get in there. Good luck. Leroy, I know that you are a game no matter what. Whatever the sport is, whatever the situation, whatever the stakes are, but this is a big chance, right? You're a former champion, but you're going against the current champion, and he didn't take that belt from you.
No, he didn't. The real champion, or at least the one that beat me, Zach Moore, strong, but wrestler too. So I got the experience fighting wrestlers.
Got another wrestler. So with all these things going on against the current champion, this huge event, good crowd, how you feeling?
I'm excited, but I'm getting antsy. I want to get in there and get it done.
So you want to end this interview and jump in there and start?
True. The faster, the better. I just want to feel that blood pumping.
Okay, man. Well, let's do it. Good luck.
All right, here we are back at the Nissan Magnite, and we're going to get this fight started right now.
Buckle up. Show your hands. Hands down. Hajime!
And here we go. It's Vincent Bryan, the middleweight world champion, versus the former champion, Leroy Davis. Leroy Davis is a MMA champion, and Vince Bryan is a D1 wrestler. Both of these guys, lots of experience, 12 matches at CarJitsu each, 22 rounds. One of the things you'll notice is that right across the butt cheeks of Leroy Davis, it says seatbelt assassin. That's because the overwhelming majority of his matches end with him choking his opponent with the seatbelt. Now, right now, we see Vincent Bryan in a little bit of a defensive position. He's being smashed against the passenger side door. One of the things you can do as a defensive measure here at CarJitsu Championship is you are allowed to open the door to make space for yourself, but only once per round. So one thing you might hear is the door click open, and when that happens, if either fighter touches the mat below the car, we restart the action. As always, our lead official, professional fighter, PFL veteran, Kyron Bowen. Jiu-Jitsu black belt. We got a Kimura grip here. It looks like we're going to come outside. That's a good play there by Leroy Davis. He is a gamer. He was stuck in a bad situation there, and he threw his body onto the mat outside the car, and now we will reset in the seatbelts.
Time. Buckle up.
1 minute, 49 seconds left.
Show your hands.
In round one.
Hands down. Hajime!
All right, you must win the round by submission. And what that means is these guys have 1 minute, 45 seconds to make use of this first 3 minutes. Otherwise, they'll be switching seats for round two with no clear winner. Leroy Davis is in another Kimura. Threat of a Kimura, and he's going to go ahead and get out of that. Leroy Davis is the Arkansas State powerlifting champion, so he's got a lot of power inside the car. But once we go outside the car, it gets a little bit dicey. Vincent Bryan kind of lovingly caressing the locks of Leroy Davis. And as we go outside the car, I will tell you, these gentlemen will sometimes leave the car looking for relief. It's about 85 degrees inside the car right now and rising. Okay, Leroy's got a body lock here hanging outside of the passenger seat. Vincent Bryan looking for anything, but there's nothing available. He's looking for a choke. And at this point, all he's got to do is just reach down and touch the mat, and we can restart the action. Because right now, not a lot happening in the way of offense for Vincent Bryan.
Reset.
And there we go.
Back to your original seat.
All right, we got about 26 seconds left in round one. And these guys are going to buckle back in and start again. And I got to tell you, this is absolutely excruciatingly exhausting. Getting in and out of this seat is tough, especially if you're behind the steering wheel.
You have about 30 seconds, guys. Show your hands. Hands down. Hajime!
All right, so we're off. Third escape from round one, and Vince gets the jump. You'll notice as we're grappling in these front seats that these leather seats are taking a beating, and they are going to make it to the end of this match without fail. Beautiful, beautiful leather seats inside the Nissan Magnite.
10 seconds.
With 10 seconds left in round one, it looks like no clear winner, and that means round two's winner will win the match.
Time!
And there you have it.
Let's switch seats, fellas.
All right, so no clear winner, and that means that we're going to go to round two. We're going to switch starting positions and get right back to the action. Vincent Bryan training at Factory X Muay Thai, head coach Mark Montoya, and of course, Leroy Davis training in Dexter, Missouri at Dark Horse Gym. These two gentlemen have never faced each other, but they are two champions at CarJitsu, and I cannot wait to see how this match fleshes out. All right, Leroy Davis commenting on the wonderful seatbelt. And here we go, no break between rounds at CarJitsu. So it's 9 minutes of continuous action. And we are in round 2 already, 3 minutes left. Vincent Bryan coming out the driver's side window. Leroy Davis, top pressure into the top of the window frame. Now, we've had a lot of guys use that window ledge to the advantage. One of the things Leroy likes to do is take the shoulder strap and wrap it around for wrist control. And that's happening now. Looks like Vince has escaped. Now, Vince is going to go ahead and put some pressure on Leroy. We're going to try to go out the window again. And you can listen to the breathing these opponents here. These guys are giving it everything they've got. We've got a guillotine. Vince Bryan loses the guillotine, and now he's sitting on his feet inside the driver's side seat. Very little room. Now 2 men coming out the window. And now Leroy's going to go back inside. Listen to this, the breathing of these competitors. This is a tough situation for both guys. Anything can happen with this window ledge on this car here. And so you're looking at one of these happenstance situations. Now, Vincent Bryan is trying to go outside the car and back into the back window. And he aborts that mission as well. Again, Leroy Davis is getting wrist control with the shoulder strap. And we've got about 1.5 minutes left in the second round. Shoulder pressure from Leroy Davis. Vincent Bryan just trying to make a little room for himself. The seatbelt assassin in the first offensive position of the match. You've got about 380 pounds of man in this fight. And Vincent Bryan has got the shoulder strap around his carotid. He's in a bad situation right now, and he's going to have to escape or he will lose this title. Leroy Davis loses the choke, now goes for the old school choke. And now you've got an interesting position here. But Vince has reached down, he's touched the mat on the side of the car, and what that means is we're going to restart. So great move by Vince. And with less than a minute remaining, we've got 2 very gassed jiu-jitsu practitioners just looking for an opportunity.
Show your hands. Hands down.
Vincent Bryan in the driver's seat. Leroy Davis reaches over for the shoulder strap. Now the shoulder strap is around the neck, but Vincent is looking like he's going to have top position here. A lot of pressure on these seats, and they are not giving. All the controls inside the car still in good shape. In fact, yesterday we had a match, a preliminary match, and they were finding out that if you tap in the right place, you can completely change the lighting inside the car. So hopefully they'll do that for us. All right, the butt cheek of Leroy Davis up against the headrest. That's not the way that's intended to be used. But again, Leroy Davis, the seatbelt assassin, is trying to stay next to that shoulder strap at all costs. Vincent Bryan slowly making his way to the back, but there's only 8 seconds left to work. So Vince is going to have to pull something out of a hat, or we're going to the back seat. And there you have it. That's 2 big rounds. No winner. And now we go to the back seat for 3 minutes. If there's no clear winner after the 3 minutes, we will go to sudden death, and the first point scored will win the match. ADCC rules.
Can we slide this one up a bit? Hey,
Let's do it, both of them. Yeah. Kyron, get that one.
I want you guys to take a look at the back seat of this car. We're going to slide these seats up, and you'll see how roomy the Nissan Magnite is. And you've just seen 4 professional jiu-jitsu grapplers beat the absolute hell out of this car, and it's still ticking. In fact, I'm driving it home.
Show your hands. Hands down.
And we're off. No shoulder straps in the back this time, so body lock by Vince. He's going to get top position. He smashes the forehead of Leroy into the side of the car door. I know how hard Leroy's head is, and so that's another testament to the car. Now Leroy's going to come outside, and one of the things that's going to be a problem for Vince is that there are no leg locks at CarJitsu Championship. That means outside of the car is safety, but it's also a waste of time. All right, over to the passenger side rear window. Leroy Davis just pressuring. And the car door has just opened. Trying to make just a little bit of room here. And it looks like he's going to attempt some sort of a back take, but again, we've got ourselves a good position for Vince. All he has to do is touch the mat. and we'll restart. So he's got some strength here, but he's also he's got to he's got to make sure and not get cut in half by that door jam.
A little more than two minutes, guys.
All right, we're about to restart. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen.
Hands down.
And we're off. All right, now we've got two big wrestlers going at it in the back seat of this Magnite, and they've got about 2 minutes to decide which one's going to walk out of here as the world champion and which one is going to walk out of here with a headache. Seatbelt assassin pressuring the top of his back to the ceiling of the car to avoid his back being taken. Standing up in that back seat, plenty of room. He's trying to take that armbar over the door jam. We've seen a few finishes at CarJitsu like that, but this guy is not going to fall for it. So we're back inside, and we're in a very loving embrace. And you can see by the breathing of these two gentlemen that this is probably the most activity either of them have ever had in the back seat of a Nissan. Leroy Davis making the choice to wear his rainbow underwear tonight. That's something that he does for the lady fans. Now look here, Vincent Bryan's got a body lock, but he's going all the way around the headrest. At CarJitsu Championship, any part of the car can be used to defeat your opponent. So he's using that car in every way possible, and getting that body lock and holding onto that headrest is a good way to keep your opponent in place. But you've got less than a minute to submit him, or we're going to sudden death. We get a side headlock from Leroy, and now we don't. Vincent Bryan's got the back now. He's fishing for that rear naked choke, and Leroy is looking to get out the window. Lots of heavy breathing in the back seat of this car. And now it looks like the door is going to be an integral part here of this match, because Leroy Davis does not want to come back inside the car and get choked. Vincent Bryan fiddling with the feet as if to say, come here. And we're back inside now. This car's a rocking. All right, Vincent Bryan just removed this headrest from the passenger seat so he could make some. Oh, we're in sudden death, folks. Vincent Bryan removes the headrest so he can make some room here, and then Leroy realizes the jig is up. He's got to move. The next person to make a dominant position happen in the back of this car will win this match, and it's anybody's game. Vincent's got the overhook, and he's got the leg. He just wants probably to get mount. Leroy Davis is looking to try to take back. And one of these guys is about to walk out of here with the win. We're 9 minutes deep in this Nissan Magnite, and as you can see, the interior of this car looks immaculate. Oh, he rams Leroy's head into the top of the car, and now he's got the arm. Oh, he's got a bad situation here. He's trying to use the side of the car here. Leroy Davis is in a horrible spot, and it doesn't look like there's much defense other than to open the door. He's got the door open, and Vince closes it. Now Vince is trying to rip that arm off, and Leroy Davis says, not today, Satan. And here we go. He's got the wrist lock. He's got the door open, and Leroy Davis touches the mat, and he's going to force a reset, but he's going to have a reset that starts right back in the back of the car. So Vince is going to, oh, and he does it. Vince uses his legs to avoid the reset. We're going to get back inside. No seatbelts, and the first dominant position wins. Now, folks, we are about 11 minutes into this match, and there has been no break. So these boys are exhausted, but neither of them came to lose.
We're in sudden death still. Show your hands.
First full mount or back control. Let's work.
Hands down. Punch him out.
And here we go. This is for all the marbles, friends. It's like two bulls in the back seat of this Magnite. This whole car is shaking. And inside, it looks like we've got a battle for the ages here. Vince Bryan's trying to use fundamental wrestling to win this match, get in a good position. Leroy Davis using his athleticism and his fancy gi pants. Now, these gentlemen can use the gi pants for grips. They cannot use the rash guard. So, oh, we've got an anaconda, excuse me. And it looks like this might be a tap to win the match. Otherwise, he might use it just to get into position. But We've got an Anaconda in place. We've got Leroy Davis just trying to make as much height as he can in the back of this car. I want you to notice that he's standing in the seat, and he's standing all the way up, and there's plenty of room still inside for a grappling match. Now, we're going to have an inverted Vince Bryan now. He's going to go upside down and try to finish this, but to finish an Anaconda inside of a Magnite is near impossible. Now, Vince had removed the headrest from the passenger seat, and that's given him enough room over here to work, and he's going for that left arm again. Leroy Davis is exhausted. Takes a lot of oxygen to run those big muscles, and so Leroy is hanging on for dear life, but if he can get to the back, he can win this match. Now, these gentlemen only get one restart per round, so there won't be any restarts remaining. This is just going to have to be a battle until there's a winner. And look at Vince. Vince is in mount. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Vincent Bryan retains the CarJitsu Championship world title. The middleweight champion, after a 14-minute battle, will take home the belt. Congratulations, Vince. Fantastic match. Thank you, Leroy Davis, for your time. But it's time for the post-fight interview. Let's go ahead and go down to the back seat and our host, Dallin Getling.
You did it, brother. I was just holding this for a little bit, but it's back to you. It's rightful owner, apparently. That was quite a match. You guys had to make up the quick one that we started out with, right?
It wasn't intentional, but yeah, we got 2 matches worth at least.
Yeah, I don't think he would have chosen that.
Yeah, no, he's got probably better cardio than anybody else in the league. Thankfully, I've been training at altitude in Denver. I'm also getting ready for an MMA fight, so you know the cross train's been real. He's an animal. After a few of those submission attempts that I thought were going to finish, I knew he was a tough guy. He's not gonna tap. I had to beat him on cardio.
So you had the Kimura in the first round, but you were so far out the window, he was able to jump and reset. But then talk me through that. Was it an armbar that you had going out this window in that last round?
I transitioned between an armbar, Kimura, Americana, everything. It wasn't getting him. Normal submissions don't always work in the car. You got to get creative. And when your opponent is just as creative, you got to go to cardio.
So you think cardio is actually what won it for you?
Definitely. By the end of it, I saw he was tired. I jumped on him, got the hooks in. I knew that because I was nearing my limit.
Right.
He's a great competitor. We've been talking crap to each other all week, but he's a great dude.
Yeah, you guys are good sports. I love that camaraderie. Hey, I want to give you a chance to give a shout out to your team, your family, whoever you want. Look right in that camera and give them a shout out.
Factory X, thank you guys for helping me. My coach Joey Gomez from back home, thank you for getting me in the biggest gym possible, helping me out. I just want to thank everybody who's coming out here tonight. I'm excited to show y'all this new sport, and let's keep it growing, y'all.
Your winner and champion, Vincent Bryan!
Well, friends, there you have it. CarJitsu Showdown is in the books, and what an evening of vehicular manslaughter we have just witnessed. For everybody here at the Coca-Cola Arena, PFL, Nissan Middle East, and everyone back home at Pro League Network, my name is JT Tilley. Thanks for watching. Hajime!